Top tip number 1, to build and maintain relationships. If you actually have good relationships, your outcomes are noticeably better. They're kind of pivotal to making things work. It can be small things like making sure that you're being quite consistent, that you're sort of regularly spending time offering your support. We've had socials as well where we'll actually have a work meeting and then we'll go out and we'll get dinner and we'll all sit together and we'll chat over what's been going on. Again, it's that sort of mixing of personal and business, and I think that's probably been kind of the secret. It's a unique environment where I actually work alongside quite a few of my friends. You know, they started out as strangers, but I've come to really value each one of them in different ways.
Top tip number 2, prioritise shared values. I think it was really clear that we wanted to get that right. That was our foundation, and that was really how we cemented not just, aspirational awards, but the group. That was kind of our first footing of what are you here for, what am I here for? And actually, through those discussions, it was very clear very soon that we were all on the same page. We wanted to make change, we wanted to make care experience young people at the heart of service design, service delivery, but also their voices being heard.
Top tip number 3 is be flexible. So we had a lot of meetings that were evenings and weekends and worked around people's jobs and people's study, and the Trust were always willing and able to make the time and the space for that flexibility. I think even just at the start, being flexible and taking the time and understanding that there needed to be some space for people to build relationships, and it's empowering them to engage in the way that works best for them.
Top tip number 4, invest in co-production. For us at the Trust, this has meant a number of different things. We've invested in a dedicated staff role, so a main point of contact for the advisory group who gets to know group members on a personal as well as a professional basis. But we don't just rely on that one person. Everyone in the Trust will have their own relationship with the advisory group, and that includes our trustees as well. We've also taken the opportunity to employ our advisors directly when opportunities have presented themselves. For example, to help us to assess grant applications or to make decisions about tenders for external evaluations.
And we've invested in group members' personal and professional development in the same way as we do with our staff team. So it's really about valuing people's expertise, their time, their experience, and seeing them as very much part of the wider team at the Trust.
Top tip number 5, be ambitious together. There will be some bumps in the road and you'll almost certainly do some things that you'll not do again, but those tricky moments will be far outweighed by the things that you'll be proud of and amazed by. The group have assessed hundreds of applications, and as a result of their decision making, more than £600,000 has been awarded directly to young people with care experience. That's incredible. Our confidence and our ambition has grown with each project and task that advisors have completed. To use their words, we just know that they'll smash it every time.
Top tip number 6, share power. Some charities consult, but what's really good about what we've done in terms of sharing power is we're kind of measuring things differently. If you have the parameters of what makes a good programme set by the people that have lived experience, you're going to achieve better outcomes for people. You're going to actually produce real, meaningful, tangible results which change people's lives.
Top tip number 7, take time to reflect and learn. Planning in time for reflection is so important because it's really easy for that to get pushed when we get busy. I think the fact that they took that time really allowed the group to think carefully about what worked well and what could be changed to make things more equitable or accessible. They revisited the application process after each round of funding, and they made some key changes in their approach, like increasing the age range, accepting telephone applications, and collaborating with staff at different organizations that support people who may face additional barriers to applying. And these things made a really big difference.
Top tip number 8, have fun together. Woo!
Love it. That is so awesome.
our very first session was we went to the bingo. I think it was the bingo in Springfield Quay, and we just had a laugh and just kind of got to know each other, so we kind of knew like who exactly was in the group. I think just spending time with everyone and getting to know everyone, and like with relations, it's like they weren't just like, I suppose, professionals and we were the young people. Like we kind of were equal. We kind of became like a wee family and like having a laugh and stuff.